All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to dive deep into a real powerhouse of a synthesizer, Vengeance Producer Suite Avenger 2. Now, this thing has been called the mother of synthesis. And you know what? In the next few minutes, we're going to take a journey through its core features to show you exactly why. So let's get right into it. What makes this version such a massive leap forward? Okay, first off, version 2.0 is way more than just an update. It's a complete evolution. I mean, we're talking about an all-new spectral granular module for those crazy futuristic textures, parallel filtering so you can get super complex with your sound sculpting, and some really cool new tools like ARP ratchets for intricate dynamic patterns. It's packed with groundbreaking stuff that really changes the game for sound design. So to really get a grip on what makes Avenger tick, we've got to start right at the beginning, the source of all the sound. And that, of course, is the oscillators. So, an oscillator is what creates that basic, raw sound wave. It's like the voice of the synth before you do anything else to it. And Avenger, well, it gives you an absolutely insane number of ways to create that initial voice. And this is where you really start to see the sheer power of this thing. You want to emulate those classic vintage analog synths? Bam! You've got your saw, square, and sine waves. But if you want to dive headfirst into the future, you've got things like wavetable, granular, and spectral synthesis. You can even draw your own waveforms from scratch. The sonic palette you have to play with it's pretty much infinite. But here's the thing, it's not just about having a huge list of synthesis types. The real magic is in how you can combine them. Each of these 8 oscillator modules can be a completely different type of synth, so you can stack and layer these different voices to create these incredibly rich, complex sounds that you just couldn't get with a simpler synth. Seriously, imagine layering a gritty wavetable sound with a beautiful, lush multi-sample. That's the kind of power we are talking about here. And speaking of power, get this. We're talking about a potential for 1,000. Yes, 1,000 oscillators playing from a single note press. That's not a typo. This raw power just allows for sounds of immense scale and detail, with pretty much no artificial limits holding you back. Okay, so we've got these incredible, powerful, raw sounds. Awesome. But how do we take them from just being a static noise and make them feel alive, dynamic, and full of movement? Well, the answer, my friend, is modulation. And that's just a fancy word for using one signal, like an LFO or an envelope, to control something else, like the filter cutoff or the volume. It's what gives sound its character. And this right here, this is the mod matrix. It's basically the central hub for all that modulation. Now, let's be honest, a screen like this can look super intimidating, right? But Avenger has this brilliantly simple solution that I think you're going to love. Forget about diving through a bunch of menus. Here, it's all about drag and drop. You just find what you want to use as a source, like an LFO or an envelope, grab it and drag it onto whatever knob you want to control. A little colored ring pops up, you set how much you want it to move, and boom, you're done. This system makes routing even really complex modulations super fast, visual, and just easy. And that means you're spending less time scratching your head and more time actually creating music. All right, so now our sound has some real character and movement. The next step? Let's turn it into actual music. And for that, we need to talk about Avenger's incredibly powerful sequencers. First up, the Arpeggiator. This thing is a beast for turning the simple chords you play into these intricate, amazing melodic and rhythmic patterns. And we're going way, way beyond just simple up and down patterns here. You've got a new custom mode where you can design your own patterns, even polyphonic ones. Then there are ratchets, which let you subdivide any step to get those rapid-fire stuttery notes you hear in modern music. Plus, there's a randomizer to instantly spark new melodic ideas. You can even just drag the MIDI it creates right into your project. It's not just an arpeggiator, it's a full-on compositional tool. And that's not all. For rhythm, there's a completely separate, dedicated drum sequencer. This is not some afterthought tacked on at the end. It's a fully featured groove maker where you can build entire 16-bar grooves. It comes packed with over 160 drum kits, and you can even use your own samples. Talk about a complete package. Okay, so our sound is taking shape. It's got life, it's got rhythm. What's the final step in its journey? Adding that professional polish. And for that, we head to the built-in effects suite. Now, what's really cool here is how the effects are organized. It's set up just like a professional mixing console. You've got 4 insert racks to put effects directly on your sound, a send rack for shared effects like reverb or delay, and then a master rack to glue the whole thing together at the end. It's super flexible. And the selection of effects, it's huge. We're talking 34 different types. You've got everything from these pristine, beautiful reverbs and vintage choruses all the way to some really aggressive distortions. It's basically a complete mixing suite right inside the synth. You've got everything you need to take a sound from raw to radio ready. So, with all this insane power under the hood, there's one big question left, right? How in the world do you manage it all without getting completely lost? Well, the key is this incredibly smart and fast browser system. Think about it, with over 1,180 factory presets, trying to find the right sound could be a total nightmare. But here, you don't have to scroll endlessly. You just use these tags to filter by category, genre, and even the character of the sound. You can literally find the exact sound you need in just a few seconds. And hey, here's a little pro tip for you. The whole interface is packed with helpful shortcuts. Just like the manual says, try right-clicking on pretty much anything. It often opens up a whole new menu of settings and options. This is a brilliant way to give you access to deeper features without cluttering up the main screen. It keeps your workspace nice and clean. You know, it's really those small but essential workflow features that tie it all together. There's a powerful undo function, so you can just experiment fearlessly without worrying about messing things up. You can set up your own startup presets so the synth loads exactly how you want it to every single time. All these little things are designed to make this absolute beast of a synth feel less like a technical puzzle and more like a creative partner. So when you put it all together, Avengers 2 really is a complete sound design playground. It manages to take all this incredible complexity and transform it into pure creative possibility. The question really is, with all these endless sonic tools at your fingertips, what are you going to create first?